More than 100 people evicted from the South Cannon Warming Center and setting up camp at a Spokane park.
We're not going nowhere! We're not going nowhere!
Neighbors want the park back.
The park is being taken over with the litter and people just living here.
Spokane police work to clear the park. We'll hear from the city and the people needing a place to stay tonight. We've been following this story all day today, and earlier, more than 100 people set up tents in Brown's Addition after the Cannon Warming Shelter closed down. And right now, just a bit after 11 o'clock, a citywide curfew has been in place as city parks have closed where homeless people are not allowed to stay. So let's take a live look right now at the downtown library where Casey Decker is standing by in the city of Spokane, where they have set up a temporary shelter there. Good evening, and thank you so much for staying up late with us tonight. I'm Regina on. Mark is off tonight. We want to get straight to the story we've been covering all day today. This morning, more than 100 homeless people were evicted from the Cannon Street Warming Center with nowhere to go. They set up a camp in a Brown's Addition park. Police did arrive, but many refused to leave. The city of Spokane sent buses to transport them to a temporary shelter in downtown library. Casey Decker joining me now live from the Spokane downtown library. Casey, how is it looking there right now?
Well, everything's about wrapped up for the night, and we were just at Coeur d'Alene Park a few moments ago. There was pretty much nobody left there. Everyone is either taken on buses to shelters like this one here, or they were asked by police to leave otherwise. Now, right now, this is actually the only temporary shelter in action in the city of Spokane. It's being run by the Guardians Foundation.
Point is, we're going to stay here until we get smelled. We're not going nowhere! We're not going nowhere!
Emotions sky high after a day of confusion and surprises regarding Spokane's shelter system. Until today, shelters at Cannon Street and the downtown library were operated by Jules Helping Hands. The city's contract with Jules expires tonight, but Jules had its guests leave early.
We can't kick people out at 11:59 and expect them to find somewhere to go.
The city of Spokane says that's not what they wanted to happen. They said Jules could have waited until 10 a.m. tomorrow and then had a smooth transition to a new nonprofit running the centers. Jules says they were never told of that plan.
I can't speak to at this point where the breakdown happened.
So instead, unsure of where their guests were supposed to go, they passed out donated tents. Many of those were set up in Coeur d'Alene Park in Brown's Addition.
I can't believe we're actually doing this in a global pandemic.
With neighbors upset, the city scrambled to find out where to shelter the roughly 100 people now out on the streets. They'd been in conversations with the Guardians Foundation to take over the library shelter, which was specifically open to help those without homes stay safe during the COVID pandemic. But they figured that would happen tomorrow. This afternoon, the city asked them to take it over tonight and to take over the Cannon shelter as well.
We really want to make sure that everybody has a place to go this evening.
It was a surprise, but mid-afternoon, the library location was up and running.
Under the circumstances, very smooth, I would say. So we were able to become operational in just a few hours.
The Cannon location, not so much. Jules is exercising a clause in their contract, giving them another 2 weeks to clear their stuff out, though they say they probably won't have to use the full 2 weeks. In the meantime, the city is working to get the people in the park to a shelter, whether that's the library location or vacancies at other city shelters.
We hope that the recipients that were here utilizing the facility will come back.
The city sent buses to the park and tents started coming down. And I just heard a few moments ago from Michael Shaw, the director of Guardians, and he said at close they had about 40 people in this shelter here at the library tonight, and that means about 60 or 70 people have either been taken to other shelters or are out on the street tonight. Reporting live from downtown Spokane, Casey Decker, KREM 2 News.
All right, Casey, thanks so much for that. Well, and earlier today, there were dozens of tents set up at the Coeur d'Alene Park. The homeless chose to set up there after they were forced to leave the shelter, as we just heard from Casey. And as you can imagine, neighbors in the area were very frustrated, and today emotions really ran high.
So now we have 110 people, nowhere to go. So a kind donation brought us tents, blankets, food, and we decided to come here.
The park is being taken over with the litter and people just living here.
And neighbors in Brown's Addition weren't happy, as you can tell, since the shelter opened last fall. They say crime has risen. Their park now littered with trash, needles, and feces. People who live there are fed up and blame the city for not holding up their end of the bargain to protect their quality of life. Also today, we spoke with a spokesperson for the city of Spokane, Brian Coddington. The city found out late this afternoon that Jules will be spending the next 2 weeks packing up the Cannon Street Warming Center. Here's what he had to say to the neighborhood of Browns Addition.
What do you say to the neighbors there all around that park who say they're just caught in the middle now with a homeless camp suddenly cropping up, near their front yard?
Yeah, so we do apologize that they were caught in the middle of this. It's an unfortunate situation. Jules has served their guests quite well for the last several months, and it's unfortunate and disappointing that we're not going to be able to do that for up to the next 14 days to continue that service for them. But we have space and capacity within the system, and we will work tonight to get those who have been displaced back into the shelter system, because connectivity to services is what it's all about. That mission does not change just because we're in the middle of a pandemic. That mission remains constant and consistent.
And we are still tracking a lot of new developments. In the meantime, for more information, you can head to KREM.com or our KREM 2 mobile app. And you hear tonight at 11, the Spokane Veterans Home say they have retested all their residents. The results came in today. There are now 6 new positive confirmed cases of the coronavirus. All coronavirus positive residents have been moved to the same area of the building, says the VA. Tonight, 19 staff members also testing positive, but were asymptomatic at the time of testing. This comes after the VA home became a cluster for coronavirus cases. 36 residents as well as 14 employees tested positive for the virus. And let's get to our other top headlines for tonight. Governor Inslee expecting to extend that stay-at-home order tomorrow. Yesterday, he said the state is not ready to fully reopen. He says he'll announce phases Washington will take to reopen. The stay-at-home order was set to last until May 4th. We'll update you on the new date tomorrow on KREM 2 News. Across the state line now, starting tomorrow, Idaho will start to reopen their economy and the state's stay-at-home order will come to an end. But that doesn't mean everything will return back to normal. Idaho's governor says 90% of businesses will be able to open their doors, though.
And Idaho will enter into a new chapter of our fight with the coronavirus.
Little laying out a 4-step plan that looks to essentially return Idaho to normal by the end of June. Stage 1 beginning tomorrow. That means most non-essential businesses can reopen but must follow protocols for social distancing and proper sanitation. Little referring to the new rules as his Stay Healthy order. And order is the key word there. The new order replaces his previous stay-at-home order and is still enforceable. How about we switch gears to a little bit more of a brighter topic now? It felt nice out there, didn't it? Meteorologist Thomas Patrick joining me now. So Thomas, are the clouds going to stay cloudy or are they going to turn into thunder clouds?
A little column A, a little column B for the next few days. Kind of how it is in the springtime anyway. Yeah. So we'll get our fair share of sunshine pretty much every day, but we may have to mix in some rain and thunderstorm chances here and there. Check out this beautiful sunset from this evening, the final April sunset of 2020. Big thanks to Charles for sharing this through email. He did not say exactly where this is, but on the water, mountains in the distance. That's a scene that I could look at all day, and it can't be too far away. We've got plenty of those in the inland northwest. Thinking about heading out tomorrow, it's going to be a fantastic Friday weather-wise. Temperatures warming up into the 50s in the morning hours, 60s in the afternoon. Should be mostly sunny basically all day long. A perfect way to finish out the work week. As for the weekend, though, here are the rain and thunderstorm chances that I spoke of. So I will be timing out this weather system, let you know where and when is the most likely opportunity for thunderstorms for this weekend, all in just a few minutes.
Sounds good, Thomas. Thanks so much for that. Well, looking to the week ahead, this Friday, Life River Fellowship is offering free groceries for anyone in need. All you have to do is drive up, stay in your car, and the food will be delivered right to you. The pickup time is from 5 to 7 p.m. The location for pickup is located there on your screen. Life River Fellowship offers free groceries the first and third Friday of every month. And city golf courses are preparing to reopen May 5th. Downriver, Qualton, Indian Canyon, and Esmeralda golf courses plan to open that day. However, here are the new changes you want to keep in mind. Players can only play in twos, 1 rider per cart, unless a minor is playing. Cup liners will be in place to prevent people from reaching in to retrieve their ball. Also, please call in advance to book your tee time. For more updates on changes to local golf courses, head to our website, KREM.com, for all of the real real-time updates. And before we go to break, here is our senior shout out of the night. It's to Hayden Humphreys. He is a senior at Central Valley High School. He was involved in track and field as well as mentoring freshmen. He will be enlisting in the Navy after high school. His family says he is driven, motivated, and has amazing leadership skills. We love giving a shout out to our seniors, so keep sending in your photos. Text 2020 to 509-448-2000 and we'll send you a submission link. And still ahead here, it may only be April, but local experts are already expecting an active fire season coming up. Why the pandemic is taking a toll on prepping for the wildfire season.